Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning.
Good morning, sir.
Anjeet, right?
Sit down.
Yes, sir.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Anjeet, would you want to introduce yourself in 1 minute?
Yes, sir.
Very quickly. Yes.
As you mentioned, sir, my name is Anjeet Singh. I'm from district Doda of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. I have done my schooling from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Doda. Further, I completed my Bachelor of Sciences, Bachelor of Education, and post-graduation in English Literature from University of Jammu. Currently, I'm working as a teacher in School Education Department. My hobbies is to play, watch games like cricket, table tennis. Thank you, sir.
Good. You what?
Anjeet, what is the meaning of your name?
Sir, it means undefeated.
Undefeated.
Yes,
So tell me, what are the international treaties for sharing of river water? And which treaties are applicable between India and Pakistan?
So the treaty between India and Pakistan is Indus Water Treaty, signed between Government of India and Pakistan in 1960. It related to the sharing of river Indus and its tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias and Satluj.
Okay, what does it say?
It says like, sir, the western rivers, the sharing of water on western rivers is 80 and 20. The 20 is given to India and 80% is to Pakistan. And Government of India can also construct run-of-the-river projects on those rivers. And the rest of the 3 rivers in the downstream is totally under India's control, I will say, in terms of use, sir.
Will you repeat that?
I mean, in the rest of the 3 rivers, Government of India has no obligation on part of its use for
So it is
construction.
basically with Indus only,
Yes, sir. Indus and its tributaries,
its
sir,
tributary.
like the Bias, Ravi and
So how do you measure that? How much water, 80-20, when we are deciding this ratio, how do you measure that? How much water has gone to Pakistan and how much has remained with us?
Sir, in terms of specific numbers, I'm not able to recall.
And what is the scenario in with China as far as sharing of Brahmaputra water is concerned?
Sir, in terms of formal agreement, there is no formal agreement, but we have certain memoranda of understanding with respect to the sharing of river water volume in terms, so that the flood control situation can be managed. Like the Brahmaputra river, we have a memoranda of understanding, but no formal agreement, sir.
But there was some talk that they are making some sort of dam and the Brahmaputra will ultimately dry up. What was that conflict?
Sir, yes, sir. There was a talk that they are planning to construct a major project on Brahmaputra river. So it may impact that the volume of water India is currently receiving. There may be fluctuation, and especially in the ecological domain, sir, it may impact the agriculture sector as well, and various other ecological changes, especially the farming community, dependence of agriculture and water needs for India, especially.
What is the most environmental friendly vehicle?
Sorry, sir.
Environmental friendly vehicle.
As of now, sir, the electric vehicles are said to be
Electric vehicle. Why not cycles?
Yes, sir. Cycles, obviously, cycles.
Cycles. Now, what kind of pollution cycles can do?
So, in terms of pollution, I don't know any kind of emission which may impact.
One who is riding upon it, he can cause some pollution?
Probably, sir, I would not say per se in that much higher amount, but
No,
not specific.
we didn't discuss about amount.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I said whether a pollution can be caused or not. Now, what is the reason why cycling is not so popular in India? It's very popular elsewhere,
Yes.
Western countries, Europe, but it's not popular in India. In spite of we used to be the largest cycle producer in the world.
So one obvious reason I can see is that the cultural and behavioral patterns of Indians in terms of using cycles. Second thing is that there is no proper lanes for cycles in cities, major cities, sir. So it may have a danger to the cyclist, I would say. So due to that reason, sir, I see the cycling is not that preferable.
No social prestige is also attached to
Yes, sir.
riding a cycle.
Yes, that is
That is a major reason.
behavioral and cultural aspects.
Culture. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Jammu and Kashmir has been an important part of India always, right?
Yes.
Now, in last 75 years, what has Jammu and Kashmir given to rest of India? Think of as many things you possible.
I would say, sir, many things.
Little louder.
Yes, sir. I would say that, yes, indeed, it's a prestige and crown of India, I would
One,
say.
prestige.
Prestige and crown of India, sir. Of
This
Jammu-
is too general. What do you mean by prestige? What do you mean by crown?
Sir, in terms of contributions, like we have various personalities like 3 ex-Chief Justice of India, like Justice,
Okay, got it. Next.
various scholars, sir. Various scholars, sir.
Be specific. If you say scholars, name some scholars.
Sir, like,
Otherwise, next.
yes, sir. Right now, I'm not able to recall, but
Okay.
various renowned scholars. In terms of sports, like Sir Chan Singh, he won a bronze medal in Asian Games. Then sporting personality like the recent sensation in IPL, Umran Malik, I would say the fastest bowler so far in IPL history. In terms of tourism, like Shri Mata Vaishno Devi, we have the famous Valley of Kashmir. So in that sense, sir, these are the certain things I would say the contribution of Jammu and Kashmir.
Where do we get wood from the cricket bats in India?
So the Kashmir willow is famous for that. Thanks, sir. Walnuts and apples are
The
also
fruits, the dry fruits, is,
saffron.
the beautiful locations for film shootings, so
Yes.
many things.
Yes, sir.
Anyway,
Thanks.
let's move to cricket.
Yes,
You're fond of Test cricket.
yes.
What are the differences in rules between Test cricket and 2020? As many different rules as you can think of.
Okay, sir. So the format of Test cricket and T20, one is the number of days.
Okay.
Test cricket for 5 days and T20.
Okay. Be crisp, I understand that.
Okay,
Next.
sir. Second thing is there's 4 sessions in a Test cricket. Session concept in Test cricket, sir. It is played in sessions.
How
Like
many sessions?
4 sessions. Generally.
4?
4 sessions.
Which 4 sessions are there?
Two-
I
two
thought
s-
there were 3.
No, sir. 2 sessions for each team.
2 sessions for?
Each team, sir. Each team, sir.
That is the innings. That's not session.
Oh, sorry.
Sessions are 3 in a day.
Okay, sir.
Cricketer cannot call inning a session.
Yes, sir.
Next.
There is no specific concept of number of hours a team can play. It can play indefinite
Go
number
on
of
saying
hours.
as many as you can.
Yes, sir.
You will not come to so many other things, otherwise you will miss out on that.
Yes, sir. One other thing is that in Test and T20 cricket, sir.
Leave it.
Okay.
What are the different techniques for Test cricket and T20 which will have been noticeable when you watch the same players playing the 2 formats?
I would not say that there is much difference in terms of
There's no
techniques.
difference.
Similar players who are excelling in T20 cricket are also.
But what are the techniques they have which are applicable here as well as here?
Sir, in Test.
That is why some players have both the type of techniques, some players do not have. There are some top Test players who are nowhere in T20. That's why the question.
Yes, sir. I would say like the temperament of player is very important in Test cricket, as well as the skill set that is required, especially in Test cricket, sir. You have to have that patience and playing according to the conditions, and playing long innings. That is also.
I'm asking of the differences. Yeah, playing long innings is there, not relevant here. What is relevant here in T20?
In T20, especially your strike rate should be very good, especially the limited over game. So your strike rate is very required. You
Yeah,
should
strike
have
rate and
big hitting capacity as a player. At the same time, switching gears. At times you may require that you have to hit 25 runs in 6 balls.
okay, but all your focus is only on batting. Okay.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I played as a player. Thanks.
Anjeet, recently Prime Minister was in your state. So can you tell us what was the occasion, what was the relevance of it?
Yes, sir. Honorable Mr. Prime Minister is in Pali Panchayat, sir. It was to National Panchayati Raj Day, as I can remember.
Which was what date is that?
Sorry, sir. Not able to recall right now, sir.
Okay, 24th April.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Okay. So, how do you see basically direct funding kind of idea to panchayat?
It will indeed be a good idea, especially keeping in view that the panchayats are facing a crunch in terms of financial in terms of their own finances, sir. So it will definitely help, sir, in panchayats to deliver on certain areas which are supposed to be the duty of the panchayats, sir.
But that will also reduce the states. Of course, J&K is currently the union territory.
Yes, sir.
But suppose we take this approach to the other state, it will be at the cost of the state's exchequer.
Yes, sir, indeed. And that was the one reason that still the financial decentralization or devolution is not that mature enough between the
Is
state
not
and the
matured.
panchayats, sir.
Yeah.
I would say.
Which article is for funding to the state for panchayat and other thing? Which article of the constitution?
Sir, if I'm quoting it right, sir, 275 articles related to
275, yeah. Okay.
grants, related to grants.
Grants, etc.
Yes, sir.
Achha, you have done English literature, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I am fond of one line of the poetry, of the poem called The Rainbow. Okay, you have read that? No.
No, sir.
So it says, child is the father of the man. Behold the rainbow in the sky. Child is the father of the man. Okay. Can you explain this?
Child is the father of man.
Man. Of the man.
There's a famous quote.
Sorry, sir, I
No
didn't
problem.
read, but
No problem. It's okay. What would be the interpretation?
sir, can I take a few seconds?
Yeah,
sir?
yeah. Why not?
Thank you, sir. Sir, to the best of knowledge, what I can comprehend right now is that since father is a very respectable person in any person's life in terms of socialization, in terms of mannerism, and a person learns from her father so much. He, in the same manner here, the poet is like in general reversing the role, is a kind of role reversal here, sir.
No,
And-
actually, it says that the importance of the early childhood, because in the early childhood, whatever you give, knowledge, memory, everything, upbringing, that is reflected in the man in the due course. Okay, so
Thank you, sir.
so which program takes care of the early childhood?
Sir, in terms of like the ICDS program is there,
ICDs,
sir.
okay. Have you heard of ICPS?
ICPS, sir? No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Orphanage, shelter homes.
Yes, sir. I'm available.
Okay. So these are taken care under the ICPS scheme.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Now, can you tell us the major highlights of this year's budget? Union budget, of course.
Sorry, sir. I'm extremely sorry. I didn't.
Major highlight of the union budget, this year's union budget.
Sir, one major highlight I can remember right now is that the issuance of digital currency under the central bank digital currency. Sir.
CBDC. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Second highlight is that privatization of two public sector banks they have proposed, if I can quote
They are
rightly,
proposed.
sir.
Okay.
Then the IPOs of LIC, sir, that government is planning to introduce the IPOs. Sir, the target for disinvestment this year is I guess 78,000 crore. This year the target is like this.
Okay.
And the PM Gati Shakti mission, sir.
How much is likely to be mopped up under the monetization plan?
Sir, under the national monetization plan, it is around 6 lakh crore, sir.
6 lakh crore. Okay.
Yes.
Last question I would like. You see, when you visit J&K, and even the remote area, there is general sense of prosperity. Okay. Yet people will say we are backward, we are remote. Why it is so?
I would agree, sir, with your statement that indeed the poverty numbers do reflect that there is sense of like people are doing well. But the complaint that people are making is especially that, sir, most of the Jammu and Kashmir is ruralized, sir. And the rural areas, sir, like
Rural,
in our district, sir, approximately 90 to 92% of people are in agriculture sector, sir. So, and there is no negligible presence of private sector
But
also,
that's
sir.
the scenario at national level also, more or less. Okay.
I would say, but sir, the manufacturing sector is presence is very low. There is no big companies. Alternative transports like in Chenab Valley where I live, sir, there is only one mode of transportation, and that is
So
just road transport.
you believe that only when we have big manufacturing sector or industry, the jobs can be created, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Obviously, sir, jobs will be created, sir.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Thanks.
Okay, Anjeet, your second choice is Indian Police Service. What are the challenges of Indian policing or J&K policing in Doda district?
Sir,
1, 2, 3, 4. Don't elaborate.
okay. One is the terrain, sir.
Terrain.
It became difficult in law enforcement, sir.
Okay.
Second is obvious the shortage of the required force you required for law and order, sir.
Okay.
Second thing is that apart from law and order, there is also the challenge of insurgency, sir.
Right. That is most important.
Yes, sir. One more thing, sir.
What is its delicate position, geographical position?
Sir, in terms of geography, sir, it is hilly state, sir. The
It
terrain
is a border district also, is it not?
Yes, sir. It has border, but with state of Himachal Pradesh, sir.
Okay.
So,
Anything else? Which river goes that side?
River Chenab, sir.
Which is the dam there?
There are 2-3 dams, sir. One is the Pakkal Dul dam. Then we have the Dul Hasti, sir.
Okay. Let me ask some questions on Shakespeare's sonnets and John Donne's sonnet. What do you find the difference? How do you find it? Any sonnet you remember? What is sonnet? SONNET.
Sonnet is a 14-line poem, sir. But apart from that, the particular difference,
You don't know. Okay. You two, Brutus, who told and in which Shakespeare? Brutus' character,
Yes, sir.
which Shakespearean tragedy you find him?
Sir, I am not 100% sure, but it is Julius Caesar, sir.
What are the 4 tragedies of Shakespeare? Famous tragedies written by Shakespeare. Very general.
One I can remember is, sir, the King Lear. And one I already mentioned, the Julius Caesar, sir.
Right.
Rest, not.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Who told? And which, okay. Last question. T.S. Eliot or Milton? What are the contribution of T.S. Eliot? At least one book, and Milton, one book. Are they not famous?
Yes, sir, they are famous indeed, sir.
Eliot's any book, any poem, anything?
Sir, if I can recall right now properly, John Milton, Paradise Lost,
Yeah, that's right.
epic poem, sir.
Epic poem. Good.
But for T.S. Eliot, I cannot recall right now.
Wasteland, you don't remember?
Yes, sir, indeed, I have read
Okay.
syllabus. Thank you.
Sir. Anjeet,
Yes, sir.
since you come from state of Jammu and Kashmir earlier, but now Union Territory,
Now, Jammu and Kashmir has been a matter of dispute between India and Pakistan ever since. Tell me, what is our stated position on Jammu and Kashmir, and what is Pakistan's stated position on Jammu and Kashmir?
Sir, our position is very clear and firm, sir, that it is integral part of India. And Article 1 itself says that it is indeed integral part, and 370.
And what is Pakistan's position on this?
They claim that India is having illegal possession of the Kashmir side, and actually there should be a referendum.
There should be a referendum.
Yes.
Now, if both the countries continue maintaining strictly their stated position, there will be no solution. Isn't it?
Yes,
We'll
sir.
keep saying it is ours, they will keep saying no, it is ours. So we cannot find a solution, which means it will be a never-ending problem. Yes? Obviously, they'll keep fighting for it, we'll keep fighting for it. Yeah? We fought 3.5 wars, but then... Now, I am asking you, not as in an official position, but as an intelligent individual who comes from that state. Can you give a reasonable approach to finding a solution?
Sir, as you mentioned that obviously there are antagonistic positions with respect to, but at the same time, sir, national interest is something very
I
supreme,
totally agree with you. You are not really speaking in official position, but as an individual. All right, let me ask you the other way around. Do you reasonably believe that we can go to war and capture the territory without repercussions?
Sir, I will not suggest that thing, sir.
You will not. Can they go to war and capture the territory under Indian administration? No.
no,
So
sir.
either side cannot fight through and recapture the territory. Then what? Which means both sides will remain tense. They will use all kinds of unconventional methods to hurt each other. They will not be able to cooperate on other fronts. And as a result, two neighbors perpetually at tension with each other. Now, what I am asking you is that there is a status on the ground. There is a de jure position, there is a de facto position. And a reasonable person says de facto position cannot be changed for various reasons. Now, give me a logical approach which can find a solution but also not necessarily compromise the de jure position.
Yes, sir, I agree with your statement like that the policy of confrontation will not get the desired result. But at the same time, sir, since the problem is very complex, sir, on ground, sir, there are various factors involved. So one approach or one way of doing things, rather, sir, there should be a people-to-people connect, sir, between both sides of the border, sir.
Do you know the provisions of the UN resolution on Kashmir? What were the steps prescribed?
Yes, sir, I have a brief idea, sir.
Yeah, give me broadly those 3 broad steps. Don't go into many details.
One thing is like the maintenance of status quo and creation of condition of peace and order so that the referendum can be conducted, sir. That was the brief guideline I can remember right now, sir.
Can we, all right, if we do not have a solution, can we follow the UN prescription?
So our de jure position is that it is a bilateral issue and we will discuss.
What brought this to fore that it's a bilateral issue? What is the legal legitimacy to that position?
One is the Shimla agreement, sir.
All right, let's come out of Kashmir now.
Yes.
Do you want to go back to Shakespeare? No. Do you? It's a very boring thing, right? All right.
Sir,
There is something called the Kitabi faith. kitabi mazhab or kitabi religion. What are those kitabi religions?
Sorry, sir. I just heard this term right now. I'm sorry, sir.
Right now,
Yes, sir.
all right. Did you hear about Abrahamic religions?
Yes, sir.
Who are those?
Like the Christianity and
What is
Islam.
the core? What is the core of Christianity? What is the source of Christianity?
the fall of Adam and
No. Fall of Adam is the core. Where is Christianity? The final word of Christianity? The final word of Christianity? The final word? If I say, where is the final word of Christianity? Where should I look for it?
sir, the concept of Trinity, sir, God, Son, and the Holy.
No. Would it not be Bible?
Yes, sir. Indeed, sir. Indeed, sir.
That's why I say go by the book.
Yes, sir.
And if I look at Islam, where would I go for the final word on Islam? What is Islam?
Holy Quran, sir.
Holy Quran.
Yes.
And what is the third?
Third
The third Kitabi religion.
In terms of Abrahamic Jews, sir, Zoroaster.
Jews, right? Tell me, would you claim that Hinduism is also a Kitabi religion? We have so many kitabs, and very old kitabs.
Sir, yes, we do have certain kitabs,
No.
but
We have kitab. You tell me, in your view, can we claim that we are also a Kitabi religion?
no, sir. Hinduism
Why
is,
can't we claim we are a Kitabi religion?
Hinduism is a way of life, I would say.
It's a way of life, but
Yes.
simpler terms, please, because way of life is
We
a
do have-
complex expression.
Sir, we do have Vedas, we have Upanishads, and we have epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata. But all in all, they are not quite strict structures like we have to follow these textbook-based philosophies or concepts. Sir. There is wide diversity, and we have.
Basically, in Hindu way of thinking, there is no full stop, right? There's a very famous, there are no full stops in India. You remember that book?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Very famous, that in India there are no full stops.
Right now, I do
And
not.
Kitab puts a full stop. Yes?
No, sir. I will
Would
be.
Sikhism be a Kitabi religion?
I would not say, sir. So
No?
yes, there is.
सब
like,
सिखन को हुक्म है गुरु मानियो ग्रंथ किताबी तो है.
but sir, the original founder or originator, like.
No, but as of now, Guru Granth is the Guru.
As
And
of
they
now,
say no, nothing beyond this. Now इसके बाद कुछ नहीं. So can Sikhism claim to be a Kitabi religion?
Sir, the very foundation or the principle which a Sikh should follow, sir, is there in Guru Granth Sahib. But I have.
Nothing beyond that.
But this is my own personal view, sir.
So that was the hukum.
Yes, sir.
That was the hukum of the 10th Guru.
Yes.
He said, that's it. यही गुरु है बस. That's it.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening, and I will read this on this topic, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. You stayed Anjeet.
Yes, sir.
आप अंजीत रहे. Good one.
Thank you, sir.
तुम्हारी ओपिनियन क्या है?
I would say, sir, the literature I need to work more, because literature is something I left in 2017, and then the whole focus is on civil services. So I will try to get more knowledge on.
And just
certain-
think over this solution. Is there a reasonable solution to Kashmir problem without compromising the de jure position? Yes?
So I thought so many times, but it is so complex that taking a stand is in fact.
No, you're not compromising. You're not changing your stated position. But you can change the de facto position so that the conflict is resolved.
Can we state like the cultural relation, people to people, and the
We tried it very well. In fact, it worked for many years.
XPM, like there was indeed.
Maybe you can talk to me later.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So you did well.
Thank you, sir.
you will do well.
And read English because there will be many convoyers there.
Like him.
At least whatever is there in the
every board
syllabus
is
you
my
should be
literature.
taught.
Yes, literature तो
And
पुराने time
you
पे
are
लगे
one
ना.
of those rare candidates who come
Yes.
with English.
Correct.
And it is so fascinating, so fascinating. Child is the
And they will
father
be
of
thrilled,
the-
in fact.
Wordsworth है वो.
They will be
Child
very
is the
happy.
father
Yes.
of the man. Wordsworth quote है, say a
Yes.
famous quote. You can't forget it. You should
Or
know.
Indian authors, in fact.
Yes.
And May के बारे में कुछ बताओ.
May, about the month
your
May.
your interviews in the month of May. So
And my birthday is also in month in the
so
May.
that so then you should know.
We have Guru Purnima on 26th of May, sir.
So बताइए.
May Day.
May Day तो के
May
अलावा.
Day. Yes, I will.
And Kitabi
Lily in a
religion
day
is
is
also
fairer.
very good debatable.
Lily in a day is fairer far in May. Okay. They will like to explain. They will
Chalo,
ask
good
you.
luck.
So there are a lot of things in
Thank
this.
you,
You're a very good chemist.
You dressed well, articulate well, pleasant.
Very
All the
good.
You are a
best.
good personality.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
But we have
Current
tried
affairs?
to find out the weak points so that you are there. You plug those loopholes, you are there.
I will work on all those valuables. Sir.
Do that.
Guide.
All right. Thank you.
All the best.